What's up guys, Sleeps here with another episode of my journey to an Ultimate Team. We're going to start this episode off opening our Foot Champs Weekend League rewards. I was actually a bit surprised that monthlies got released as well as weekly, so you see here that we placed Elite 3 for the month, and that actually gives us 12 red informs, not 11 like I mistakenly said I think 1 or 2 episodes ago. So there you have it, we have an Elite 3 Foot Champions pack as well as that kit that I probably won't wear for now because I have the Day of the Dead kit, and our weekly rewards were Gold 1. Yet again, we were so close to Elite 3 but not quite, so we do get the usual 50,000 coins and 2 100k packs. So let's go ahead and rip these bad boys open. Obviously we're going to start off with the 100k packs first, see how our luck turns around, and in our first pack we do have a billboard player. It is going to be a Spanish player, it's going to be a CM, and it is Santi Cazorla. So not a very good start. Santi Cazorla is probably one of the worst billboard players you can get. He's not worth very much at all. We're going to keep him in the club for future SBCs, obviously. And hiding within that pack, though, we did get Bellerin. So that honestly was probably the better player in the pack. And I was looking at his price. He sold for maybe like 12 to 15,000 coins, somewhere in that range. We'll see what we do with him. I might keep him for the squad as an upgrade. I might not. You guys will see in a few minutes here. And moving on to this next 100k pack, another billboard, which like I said is good. And we actually pack Bailly for the second time, which isn't bad. Even though he's only 84 overall and he's not like the best player in the game, he sells for a lot because he's just a good pacey center back in the Premier League. So we're going to get about 50,000 plus coins for him. And also in that pack, we got Danny Rose, another very good fullback from the Premier League, and he was going from anywhere between like 12 to 15k, similar to Bellerin. And again, like I said, I'll see what I do with those two fullbacks. I might keep, I might sell. You guys will see in a bit. So moving on to the good pack, the one with the monthly rewards. And as you guys can see by the flag, there's no Inform Ronaldo this month. So what do we get? Rui Patricio. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I was feeling a bit gutted when I saw this as my walkout because I felt so hard done because for a whole month I slaved away and my walkout was Rui Patricio, and within the pack itself there weren't very many good players in there. Like Fekir looked half decent, the Zaha looked half decent, we got the Inform Moy, which I mentioned a few episodes ago that he seems to find his way into many teams. And honestly, other than that, I don't really see myself using any of those players. Perhaps Lichtsteiner, maybe I'll give him a go, but I'm not really too sure. So we are going to use some of those reds, though. We are going to try out Zaha because I haven't been all that impressed with Morata in general. I just haven't been that impressed with him, so let's try him out. And I'm going to replace Renato Sanchez, which I've been looking to do for a while here. I'm going to put Moy there, and I actually did decide, you know what, I'm probably going to upgrade to better fullback sooner rather than later. So let's just go ahead and use Danny Rose as well as Bellerin. So the Premier League side saw quite a big upgrade. 4 new signings, all 80 plus overalls, and the team is looking much more solid. And that Moy actually does have very good stats. I can understand why he was used in so many teams. So let's see how these guys get on. So moving on to this first match, this guy's got a 4-3-2-1 with Danny Sturridge up there, the Halloween version, and Moy is actually now our best free kick taker, and I still have not scored a free kick in FIFA 18. Believe it or not, we've been playing over a month now and no free kick, and this time is no different. That one comes off the crossbar, but fortunately for us it did lead to a goal as Jamie Vardy was there to put in the rebound into the empty net. Now moving on to this next clip, Bellerin wants to get himself on the score sheet, but he's not fortunate enough to do so as that one does come off the post. A lot of posts being hit early on, and this guy is actually going to hit the post himself with a crossbar himself. Danny Sturridge, Schmeichel actually came up with a good save to push that one onto the crossbar. Zaha's clean in right there, and we hit the crossbar yet again, and at this point I am wondering, like, what is going on? Is this going to be one of those games where no matter what you do, the ball just doesn't seem to go into the back of the net? But finally, Zaha does manage to score to make it 2-0. We're going to play Zaha clean in there, and the keeper does come in with a save. And then our very own keeper is going to come up with quite a good save here. Perhaps he can take a touch there and have a better shot, but nonetheless, Schmeichel was at the right place at the right time to position himself and make it that look easy. Now, onto this next clip, Zaha is going to get this ball back from Vardy, and with a strange finish, he kind of flicked that one into the corner. That was actually a finesse shot, which I wanted on his right foot, but I guess he decided to take it onto his left. He knew what he was doing better than me, and that one does go in to make it 3-0. And then after that goal, he does pause from kickoff and decide that he is out of there. So we win that one 3-0, and we're off to a fairly decent start to Division 1. 2-1-0. We did have that draw in the last episode, which we were up, and in the last minutes the guy managed to equalize. So we're going to move on to this one, looking to push for more wins, rocking the Day of the Dead kit if you guys did not realize. And our next opponent has 3 icons, and 2 of the icons, fair enough, they're fairly average. But this guy has Pele. I've never come up against Pele so far, and it just so happens that Pele is just over here creeping in Division 1, so we're looking to beat this Pele team. And that first shot came from Pele, fortunately our keeper saved it, and then we respond with Immobile, some good passing in the box to make it 1-0. But In this next clip, he is going to equalize, and it's not going to come from Pele. That clearance falls to Bakayoko, and Bakayoko's wide open it to draw this one level. And right here, this is just some clutch play from Perisic. This shows strength, this shows pace, and that shows some clutch finishing on that 5-star weak foot. Just all the attributes of Perisic coming together in that goal, which was very nice. We definitely needed the lead in this one. Immobile is clean through right there. It kind of felt awkwardly for him on his left foot. He didn't manage to even get it on target, but we do give ourselves some breathing room with the 2-goal cushion. Gomez coming up with a clutch goal. And right there, he does give it away very cheaply. And Perisic, again, a great first touch to take him away from his marker, and he's going to make that one 4-1. So at this point, we've got some breathing room. I'm feeling much better in this one. Pele has a great chance right there. Fortunately for us, Handanovic does keep us alive with a very nice big lead. And then at halftime, he decided that he did not want to continue playing. That's actually the first time I've had somebody quit on me at halftime. I think he just kind of evaluated the situation, didn't feel like he could come back. But if I was in his situation, I would feel like I had a chance at least until the 70th minute. If you get a goal in the first 15 minutes, you definitely have a chance of coming back in that one. So moving on to this next match, you guys will not believe who my next opponent had. So we go from playing Pele in one match, and in the very next match, we come up against none other than Maradona himself. Like, how do I come up against the best 2 icons in the game back to back? Especially, it was especially weird because prior to that, I had played neither of them, and it just so happens that the best 2 come back to back, so not fun for us to defend against. And the goal actually doesn't come from Maradona himself, it comes from Aubameyang on a corner. And in this next clip, he is going to double his lead. I'm trying to outmuscle Royce with Florenzi. Perhaps that's a little bit of a mismatch, as eventually Royce does manage to get away from me, and he makes this one 2-0. We do pull one back, though, shortly after he had scored to make it 2-1, so there's still hope in this match. We definitely are alive in this one. Immobile is going to pick that one up, and from there, we were the more dominant team. You're going to see a flurry of chances from us. Right there, Khedira should probably be putting that deeper into the corner, but Neuer does make the save. Perisic on the top of the area is going to try to finesse one in. Neuer's up to the task again, but it was only a matter of time before we were going to make the breakthrough, and Papu Gomez picks up this ball on the edge of the area and puts that one into the corner to make it 2-2. Now at this point, we are in the second half, and Perisic is going to pick up basically an individual goal that required no skills, just good dribbling. He managed to just keep the ball close to his feet and move past some defenders and find the corner with that one, making it 3-2. And then Maradona has a crack here, and it falls to Robin, as we did not manage to clear. And I'm so annoyed at myself for doing that. I really need to get into the habit of pressing the clearance button and not holding the lob button to get rid of danger, because if I do that in that situation, he would have never had the chance to equalize. Instead, we're trying to get back into this one to get our essentially our 3 points back, because we've thrown away 2 of them and we did not manage to do so. The last chance came to Marquisio, and I just kept that clip there because for some reason he took this horrendous touch that saw the ball go out to the touchline, which was very shocking. So moving on to this next match, I actually bought some chemistry styles for Bellerin and Danny Rose. Danny Rose is actually quite slow, so I put a shadow on him. Bellerin, we all know, is rapid, so I just threw Sentinel on him to give him some more defending and physical. In our next opponent, you can obviously tell that he's going to make a sub. He's got that right wing there purely for chemistry purposes. I can't quite remember who he brought on, but it was actually Mbappe in this game that was going to give us all the problems. And perhaps he's expensive because he's actually good in this game. I still think he's quite overpriced for just an 83 overall. He's very expensive, but Mbappe proved to be the difference maker, as he did pick up the first goal, and he is going to pick up another one. A bit of a jammy goal. I don't know what I could have done differently there. I think I was a bit annoyed, as you see the substitution button kind of spamming. I should have done something different there, and Mbappe is actually going to pick up a hat-trick in this one, as the cutback falls to him, and he finishes very nicely. He must have very high finishing, because it seemed like all the chances that fell to him, they were just golden, and he managed to put them all away. Zaha does give us a consolation goal. He actually picked up 2 goals in this match, so the good news from this is that Zaha's actually performing well. You know, he's not doing bad at all. I would say he's been a fairly good replacement for Morata. Morata, like I said, wasn't all that great. And so far, I think Zaha has 4 goals in 2 games. You can't ask for much more. So I think we're going to hang on to Zaha. I'm actually going to sell Morata, as you guys are going to see in this next clip. And we also sold the buy E, which we got 50,000 coins for. So that's very nice. So Morata went for 8,800. So just about 55,000 coins maybe after tax. So moving on to this next situation, the Otamendi situation. You guys know I bought 10 of these, all for 46,000 coins and under, in anticipation of Player of the Month. So I thought we would have a look at how our investment is doing so far. Today, actually, EA released a tweet on Twitter that said, vote for your player of the month. And they had Sané in there, and they also had De Bruyne. No Sterling, which was a bit surprising because Sterling had a fairly decent month himself. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what's going to go on with my Otamendi investment? Has his price risen? Has it fallen? I was actually a bit nervous because I wasn't expecting the monthly rewards to be released, and I was nervous that people who had purchased Otamendi would sell their informs because they got untradeable versions. So I was a bit nervous going to the market, but it turns out that it seems his price has actually creeped up. That 47,000 Otamendi doesn't actually exist. You guys saw me try to add it to my transfer targets, and it wasn't actually there. It looked like his price was leveling out at about anywhere between 49,000 to 50,000. Even at 50,000, I think I only managed to find maybe 4 or 5 pages of him. So that's a very good sign for us. At this point, it seems like we are going to make coins. His price hasn't gone up that much, but it does look like we're probably going to sell all of our Otamendis in like the next few days. I think player of the month is on November 10th. So it's currently the November 3rd. So I think in the next few days, we should see him rise and like basically hit his peak. I know everybody says this year to sell in the hype. So that's what I'm going to be looking to do with these Otamendis. I'm going to try to sell in the hype. Hopefully he goes up to about 52, 53,000. 55 plus would obviously be the dream scenario, but we'll see. But it does look like this trade should be good enough. This investment is going to pay off from the looks of it. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the series. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.